What's up, everybody? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. They're linked as always in the description, so go ahead and check them out. We have hail chances for the Northeast and wind chances for the plains. Going to talk about all the where, when, and why in a second. And then it's going to be quiet tomorrow, but we do have rain chances through the south, and I know there have already been some flooding issues through there, so we're going to take a look at our 3-day rainfall, as well as, just what to expect and when. And then last but not least, checking out the Atlantic once again. We've got more disturbances on the horizon. A couple of them have a potential to form an actual tropical depression or maybe a named storm here soon. So going into all of that here next. But first, our upcoming events. The first of those is going to be the OU versus UTEP tailgate. That is this weekend, guys, September 3rd in Norman by the Bud Wilkinson House on Jenkins Avenue. So if you go to where like all the Heisman stuff are and everything by the stadium, you'll see all the tailgates over there, and you can come say hello to us. We've got free food, free beer, cornhole. We'll have the game on, and you get to say hello to all of us at the Hail Trace crew. So come out to that. And then if you don't have a chance to get out here September 3rd, we're going to have more future tailgates coming up, and we'll let you guys know when and where those are. Then after that, we are going to be at the RCA and RCAT Roofing Conference at the Fort Worth Convention Center on September 27th through the 29th. So go ahead and make your travel plans for that one and come out and see us there too. Now yesterday we had very scattered storm reports. Once again, it's kind of been that trend for a little while, except for, earlier this week. But most of our severe reports came in through the Northeast, and even those were scattered. A lot of these wind reports are sub-severe, but we did get a couple of wind gusts pushing severe limits, and so got a couple maps for you guys out there. But again, mostly just some breezy winds through the Northeast for yesterday. Today we got some decent cloud cover across the south where we're still getting, again, those rain chances, and then up to the northeast. That's where we'll have one last push of this system, bringing us some potential severe hail later on today. You can kind of see those cells starting to try and form up here through Maine as well as through New York, and we'll see more of those in the coming hours. Then down into the Colorado and Nebraska corridor, this system is going to continue off to the east, and as it does, could develop a little bit more. A little too warm down there to form us any significant severe hail, but looking like it's got a good chance of producing some gusty winds as it moves along. So watching all of that here in the coming afternoon. But right now, feeling pretty pleasant. So this is what it feels like outside, factoring in heat, humidity, sunshine, all that good stuff. So we're in the upper 90s for a lot of the Gulf Coast. So we're back in that heat. We've had those low pressure systems swinging through the north, and that's where it feels a lot more pleasant. 81 in Detroit and Chicago, 81 in Denver, low to mid 80s across the board for most of us up north, but much, much warmer down south. So what that's going to do in terms of our severe weather, we need that heat, we need that humidity, and we need that instability to form through the north and east to get us those hail chances. And we do have that cooler weather up there that'll help that hail to form in that freezing zone. Anything coming to Missouri or the Midwest, not for today, but stay tuned. We're still getting those low pressure systems that are starting to pick back up over the next, fall period. So, be on the lookout for that second storm season, but nothing for today. Back up to the northeast, looking at those hail chances starting up in the coming hours here. There we are by 1:30, only an hour and a half away here. This is 2:30 Eastern, but we've got those isolated cells forming through North Maine, and with that we could get a couple of quarters to half dollars. Then as those storms continue off to the east, they're going to be making their way across the I-95 corridor by around 4 p.m. into Holton, and then through New York. Got a couple of isolated cells again forming through the Waterton area, tracking eastward, and with those, again, we could get some quarters to half dollars tracking through. And then it should taper off into the early overnight hours, and we should be in the clear by around 4 in the morning Eastern. So for our forecast max hail size today, not expecting anything wild, probably max of quarters through the area, maybe a half dollar here or there, but we just don't have the half dollars. So, expect anything 1 to 1.25 inches, but it should remain very few and far between, but a severe hail chance nonetheless. Then down into the Central Plains, that's where we have our wind risk tracking through. There's what it looks like right now. As it tracks off to the east, we're getting a couple of cells forming out ahead of that band by around 1:30 once again, and it's going to continue to kind of linger like that through central Nebraska across North Platte, spreading down to the south and west through the far eastern part of Colorado. So if you guys are along the Front Range, it's not really expected to make its way out to you guys. Expected to stay mostly east and then produce those gusty winds as it tracks through Nebraska and then down into Kansas through the early overnight hours before fizzling out into tomorrow morning. So for hail, keeping you guys limited to the north and east for now. That looks like that's where we have the best chance. So if you guys are anywhere from Syracuse all the way up into Burlington, quarters to $half for you guys, as well as the Holton, Maine. Just, I think Bangor is in this area, so you know, just through the Bangor area all the way to the Maine-Canada border, that's where you could get, again, some hail just crossing those severe limits, and it's gonna stay very scattered, so low-end chances for both of you guys, but a chance is a chance. So we got it mapped there for you. Then into wind for the, I guess, Central Plains corridor. Some possible 60-mile-an-hour gusts here and there with that system. If you guys are in North Platte, Colby, Kansas, all the way up into Sioux City, really, you guys could be on the far edge of the possibility to see severe winds over the next afternoon and early evening. Then into tomorrow, that system passes off the New England coast, and then we're back in a ridging pattern for most of the U.S. So no large-scale disturbances causing severe weather for us for tomorrow, but we're going to get scattered rain chances across much of the south that has already kind of been overwhelmed with the amount of rain that they've been getting all the way from, you know, south into Texas. So, you know, Dallas, you guys could be seeing some cells tracking over you that are a little bit stronger, scattered showers throughout the day, and then some more organized cells tracking through by around 4 p.m. Central. As those go, they're going to be in and out by around 8 p.m., but again, still quite a bit of rain expected through the south with that all the way into Georgia, and then tracking up into the Tulsa, Oklahoma area with some of those rain showers possible for tomorrow evening and overnight. Going to kind of continue like that into the overnight hours with some scattered showers here or there. And then, you know, as the evening moves on into Friday morning, we could see some more rain happening for you guys. So it's not really tapering off anytime soon. So no severe hail expected for tomorrow. Again, just no large scale systems happening. So can't really forecast any concentrated areas of hail possible for you guys. But rain is really on the horizon for the south and east. Here's what our 3-day rain totals look like. So from now across the next 72 hours, here's the rain that is expected across the south and east. I think this model run might be a touch aggressive, but the gist is that we could get north of an inch of rain towards Dallas and Houston, and maybe some locally larger amounts through Louisiana. So you guys, again, if you guys have been struggling with those flooding conditions, just be on the lookout for that, because unfortunately it looks like those scattered showers are going to continue tracking through the area for the next few coming days. So just be aware of that, and hopefully that'll help cool you off a little bit over the next, you know, 72 hours. I know it's crazy hot down there, so, you know, good news and bad news. So then for the tropics, we're tracking a few systems right now. We got one making its way through the far eastern Atlantic, just moved off the coast of Africa. 40% chance of formation over the next 2 days, 50% over the next 5. So if this one does form, it's going to be super short-lived as it tracks into less favorable conditions through the central basin. But, you know, if it can form quick enough, we could see this forming a tropical depression over the next couple of days here. Then off into the central Atlantic. This is the one that everybody's kind of been eyeing for the last few days, and it is starting to get itself better together a little bit, looking a little bit more symmetrical, looking a little bit more organized since it did yesterday. So 2-day chance is 60% of formation, and then 80% in the next 5 days. Fortunately, it is tracking through the central Atlantic, not really expected to hit much, making its way north of the Leeward Islands, and then probably going to swing up across, you know, the Gulf Stream area. So we're just keeping an eye on it in case it shifts a little bit further west than expected. But right now, this one does have a decent chance of forming into our next named storm here. Then off to the north, 60% chance of development over the next 2 days, 70% for the next 5. But once again, it's tracking off to the east and not into our neck of the woods. So just something to watch in terms of storms that are named, but again, not a huge threat here. So keeping you guys updated on all our tropical, severe, rain, whatever you're interested in chances. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And then follow us on TikTok as well, guys. We post some fun content there. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us if you'd rather at info@hailtrace.com, or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And we'll keep you updated as always. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.